Someone asked a question on my page, but before I could respond, someone else answered, but mostly incorrectly. So I'm going to answer this question and set the record straight. Here's a question for you. Is there a person, department in charge of tracking the traits of each character? There are so many inconsistencies in sitcoms, like a character's birthday was mentioned in the first season to be in February, and in the next season they mentioned they were born in October. And this person responds, this would be a showrunner, director, script supervisor job. The script supervisor's main job is to ensure that everything in the script is shot and covered, but also that all the continuity and established logic remains consistent. Not quite. The script supervisor's job is to make sure there's continuity within each episode. So let's say you're shooting a scene at a dinner table, okay? And a character takes a glass of water, they take a drink, and they set it down to the right of the plate. And then in subsequent shots, they do it again, and they set it down in front of the plate. Now, the actor is supposed to remember where they put their, glass. That's their job. But the script supervisor's job is to double check and to keep records of this. Because you don't want to have in subsequent takes, when you reassemble the scene in editing, you don't want that glass jumping across the table like that. So it always has to be in that same spot, and the script supervisor kind of makes sure that happens. But their job is not to make sure that the logic and continuity is continued throughout multiple seasons. And that's because a script supervisor may often just work on a show for one season. Then when the show wraps, they got to get another job, and they take that job, and they may not be available to come back to the second season of that show. You might hire somebody else, and then the new person's not going to know all that continuity from the other seasons. It's not their job, okay? Nor is it the director's job. Very often, the director may only do like 1 or 2 episodes per season. They're a guest. And so how is a director, then they'll hop onto another show. How would they possibly remember all this trivia from every single show they've worked on? And even if they're a house director, meaning they do most of the episodes on a show, it's still not their job. So it's the showrunner's job, as well as all the other writers on the show. They have to keep track of this. And that's a lot to keep track of, especially because you might write February into a script, but then it may never actually make it to air. That line may get cut, and so it may never actually be established. So it's actually the script coordinator's job, not the script supervisor, script coordinator. Their job is to watch all the episodes as aired and to keep notes. And they write down the plot lines, but also the various trivia that's been established throughout that episode. And we call that the show Bible. And that's why it's so odd to me when people say, I just finished my first script. How long should my show Bible be? Who told you to write a show Bible? Oh, the internet told me. Okay, well, don't listen to everything the internet has to say, okay? Listen to me, at Michael Jamin Writer. Thanks for the question. For more, keep following me.